everyone, it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be continuing a series on my channel that deals with natal charts, and I usually do natal chart readings or analysis. And today we'll be doing one on Chris Hemsworth. We will be speaking on his characteristic traits through his natal chart and how his natal chart has led to the success that he's had. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video. If you are not yet a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling to become a part of us. Hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Also hit that like button because I know you guys will love this video. Also share this video with anyone who you know who would love to hear about Chris Hemsworth's natal chart analysis, and your friends, enemies, or just anyone in general. Okay lovelies, now let's get right into the video. Chris Hemsworth was born on August 11th, 1983, so that qualifies him to be a Leo. Since the sun is very comfortable in Leo, this is a very comfortable placement and a great placement for anyone with a Leo and sun. These type of people are very passionate, they're very warm, they're very bold, they're very intense, and they love being the center of attention. So if you've watched Chris Hemsworth on an interview or you've watched him in movies, well, especially in interviews, you do see that he's a very warm and a very nice person. And in movies, he is always at the center of attention. And he's a person that is great in a lead role because a lot of people do look up to him. And a lot of people have said he's a very nice person, a very warm person, and he's just very kind. So he represents Leos very well. Next up is his moon in Virgo. So someone who has this placement is heightened with a sense of purpose, and they need to do something very productive. So when someone has this Virgo placement, they always have a sense of purpose. They always need to have something to do or a purpose in life in order for them to be comfortable and for them to have a peace of mind. Without these two things, being productive and having a sense of purpose in life, they're not going to be happy and they will not be comfortable. So we do see Chris Hemsworth a lot doing a lot of productive things, and you can see his sense of purpose is acting and bodybuilding. You do see him in commercials, and you do see him promoting a program that deals with weight loss and bodybuilding. So he sees his sense of purpose and he's always being productive. Next up is his Mercury in Virgo. Someone with this placement learn to communicate and make decisions in the most practical and rational manner. He would be the type of person that understands something without displaying emotions, and he's very practical. So his strength would be communicating with people and bringing his point across in a respectable way. And he would be the type of person, or anyone with a Virgo placement in Mercury, to have on a board or any high-risk situation, because they're the type of people that would bring practicality to the situation. And even though they're under a lot of pressure, they would be the ones to bring up great plans and a great solution because they're speaking and thinking in a rational manner, and they're able to communicate that. Next up would be his Venus in Virgo. People with this placement tend to take their relationships very seriously, and they do whatever is necessary to make their mates or significant other very happy. So since he has this placement and he is married, he is the type of person that is willing to work and dedicate themselves to a relationship. He may try his hardest to be very helpful, and he would try his best to be as romantic as he wants to be with his spouse. He also may be the type of person who is easy to please. As long as he has a great relationship with you and you guys have an understanding, then that's all he needs. If he has a place to stay and food to eat, he's perfectly fine. So I know and I guarantee you that he does live up to his Venus in Virgo in his relationships. Next up is his Mars in Cancer. With this placement, they are very persistent and will try to mold the situation to suit their emotional needs. With this placement, a person with a Cancer in Mars will try their best to make sure the situation meets their emotional needs. They want to make sure that they are happy, and if a situation does not, they're going to try their best to make the situation make them happy. And because they're persistent, this more than likely is going to be the case. They're going to be able to navigate the situation or make the situation go in their favor emotionally. So this is something that is a great thing and can really help someone with a Mars in Cancer navigate through their emotions, and the fact that they can be persistent with making their emotions valid is something very beautiful and something very unique. Next up would be his Jupiter in Sagittarius. And when someone has this placement, they are people who use their enthusiasm and optimism outlook on life to attract good fortune. So he's the type of person who will always try his best to be happy and always optimistic and always enthusiastic to make sure that he will attract good fortune. And this is something that he has done well, because if you do look at his demeanor, if you do look at his attitude, the way he speaks, the way he acts, you do see that he's always enthusiastic, always positive, always optimistic, and a lot of that has brought him the type of success that he's wanted and even more. So, since he continues to do this, he will continue to attract a lot of good fortune and a lot of success that he continues to have. Next up would be his Saturn in Libra. When someone has a Saturn in Libra, they tend to bend over backwards to ensure the right decision is made, and this is something that he will do with his Virgo placements. He's the type of person that will make sure that he reads as much as he needs to, make sure that he looks at previous experience before he makes a decision, because he wants to make sure that the decision he makes will not only benefit him for the now, but also for the future. And this is a great trait, because sometimes before we make decisions, we have to try our best to make sure that it's the right decision for us, and also look at examples before you make the decision, because sometimes looking at someone else's experience with a situation can really help you with making a decision that's great for you. Up next is his Uranus in Sagittarius. So, when someone has a Uranus in Sagittarius, they are something of a Renaissance person. They love to dabble in everything. They also have a strong intuition that is majority of the time always right. So Chris Hemsworth may be the type of person that loves to get into things that other people may not go into. They love to see new things, and they love to investigate things or read older things that have happened in the past. He may be also the type of person that loves to get into different things. Yes, he's an actor, but he also goes into bodybuilding. If you see a lot of his social media accounts, you see him being a dad and also cooking. And sometimes you see him in the outdoors having fun with animals and doing things that are different and unique. So he does live up to his Uranus and Sagittarius placement. Up next is another placement in Sagittarius, which is his Neptune. And when someone has a Neptune in Sagittarius, they thrive on a variety of exciting, uplifting experiences and learning new things. So he's the type of person that loves to do exciting things. And by him being an actor by default, I know he does a lot of exciting things, whether it's new parts or getting to meet new people on the set or playing with the animals on set. So he loves to do a lot of things that are exciting. He loves to do things that are uplifting. You do see him doing a lot of exercises, bodybuilding, and that's something that is very uplifting to him. And he does love to learn new things. If you hear him on interviews, you do hear him talk about all the things that he learns and how he's able to learn those things. So in regards to his Neptune and Sagittarius, he lives up to that as well. Next would be his Pluto and Sagittarius. When someone has this placement, they're always on the search to add to their wealth of knowledge and for their enjoyment. They are the type of people that will just love to learn just to learn, regardless of whether it's school or regardless of whether it's not school. They love to read things that are very interesting, and they love to get to know more about different cultures, different people, and anything that is different from them. They love to read and they love to explore just for their enjoyment. They love to read and they love to explore for fun, and they're the type of parents who would make sure they read to their children every night, and while they're reading to their children, they get to learn a lot more, or even get to talk to their inner child as well. So that would explain his Pluto and Sagittarius. Next up would be his North Node in Gemini, and in order for him to uncover his hidden gifts and talents, he will need to develop a healthy curiosity, asking questions to learn how others think, seeing both sides of a situation, having a lot of tact, being logical, communication of internal things, a positive approach to life and to others, cheering up people when they see that they're down, using a non-threatening approach when expressing ideas, listening, openness to new ideas and experiences, and seeking factual information before making decisions. So in order for him to live up to his high potential, he would need to develop these attributes into his daily life. Lastly would be his Chiron in Gemini, and when someone has this wound, they tend to have a difficult time speaking their truth. Chris may have been the type of person whose voice was unheard, or maybe he was judged, and he was always afraid of being misunderstood. And because of these things happening to him, he may be the type of person who is afraid or a little sensitive as to how others will receive his words. He may at times feel very rejected in conversations, and because of this, his thoughts may be scattered, and this can be confusing to other people. However, in order for him to heal this, he must be sensitive with his inner language and accept a unique way of processing his thoughts. So in order for him to heal, he would need to put these into his life. That's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to Chris Hemsworth's natal chart. I did not get his ascendant or his midheaven because I did not know what time he was born. If you do know, please let me know down below what time he was born, or if you know his ascendant or midheaven. Please subscribe to the channel. Also hit that like button and that notification bell so you know when I upload. Share this video with all your friends, and please comment down below how you felt about this video. And also, if you have not yet followed me on my social media accounts, and this is your calling as well to do so, they will be linked down below, and also they're up here on the screen. If you would like to support me monetarily, you can support me through my PayPal, and my email is down below. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy. Thank you so much for all of your support. I love you all from the bottom of my heart, and I can't wait to see you guys on my next video. Bye, lovelies.